The Ferrari Monza SP1, introduced in 2018 as part of the Icona series, was conceived as the ultimate purist's machine, drawing inspiration from Ferrari's open-cockpit race cars of the 1950s. The SP1 is a single-seat speedster, which immediately sets it apart from nearly every other modern supercar. It is not meant to be practical, but to create a deeply personal bond between car and driver. Beneath its impossibly long, sculpted carbon fiber hood lies a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12, tuned to produce around 810 horsepower and rev freely past 8,500 rpm, channeling that power to the rear wheels through Ferrari's lightning-fast 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Performance is staggering: 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds, 0 to 124 miles per hour in under 8 seconds, and a top speed close to 186 miles per hour, figures that easily place it in hypercar territory. What makes the SP1 extraordinary is not just the speed but the experience. Driving without a windshield means the air rips past your helmet, the V12 shriek fills the atmosphere, and every sensation feels magnified. Ferrari even engineered a subtle, virtual wind shield in the bodywork to deflect airflow just enough to make high speeds bearable, but the rawness is deliberate. The interior is a minimalist masterpiece, a single sculpted carbon fiber seat, swathed in fine Italian leather or Alcantara, with a wraparound driver's cockpit that feels like strapping into a Formula One car from another era. There are no gimmicky screens or distractions, just the essentials, crafted with Ferrari's artisan touch. Built in Maranello in extremely limited numbers, part of a 499-unit combined run with SP2, the SP1 originally cost about $1.8 million USD, but on today's collector market values soar higher. With fuel efficiency of roughly 6 km per liter, about 14 to 15 miles per gallon US, it's hardly practical, but for its owners, it represents the purest possible Ferrari experience. A modern race car for the road, distilled for one. The Ferrari Monza SP2, unveiled alongside the SP1 in 2018, shares almost everything mechanically with its sibling: the same 6.5-liter V12, the same carbon fiber chassis, the same performance figures of 810 horsepower, 0 to 62 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds, and a top speed near 186 miles per hour, but the difference lies in its philosophy. Where the SP1 is a lone wolf machine, the SP2 adds a second seat, making it a two-seat speedster that allows an owner to share the raw, open-air V12 experience with a passenger. The design changes are subtle but significant. The SP2 has twin cockpits separated by a central spine, each with its own small wind deflector to reduce turbulence, and this slight widening of the cockpit alters its proportions just enough to give it a slightly more balanced stance. Inside, the SP2 doubles the craftsmanship: two sculpted seats, bespoke trim options for both driver and passenger, and a more symmetrical cockpit design that still retains the minimalist ethos of the SP1. Like the SP1, it forgoes modern infotainment systems and instead focuses on tactile craftsmanship, hand-stitched leather, carbon fiber shells, and exposed aluminum details. In terms of design language, the SP2 still channels Ferrari's 1950s race cars, but the twin cockpit adds an unmistakable drama, making it look more like a futuristic endurance racer ready for Le Mans. Its performance, parts, and engineering pedigree remain identical to the SP1: Brembo carbon ceramic brakes, F1 derived suspension, and handcrafted body panels made in Maranello. The SP2 also launched at around $1.8 million USD, and, like its sibling, was offered exclusively to Ferrari's top-tier clientele. In practical terms, the SP2 is no more usable than the SP1, with the same low fuel economy of about 14 miles per gallon US, but it appeals to a slightly broader audience, those who want Ferrari's purest V12 experience but also want to share it with someone else. The Ferrari Daytona SP3, unveiled in 2021, represents the next step in Ferrari's Icona story, and while it shares the same nostalgic DNA as the Monza models, it is an entirely different beast. Unlike the SP1 and SP2 speedsters, the SP3 is a mid-engined, target-top supercar inspired by Ferrari's legendary endurance prototypes from the 1960s, particularly the 330 P3/4. It is larger, more aggressive, and technologically more advanced, built on a carbon fiber chassis that reduces weight to just over 3,200 pounds. At its heart is Ferrari's most powerful naturally aspirated engine ever fitted to a road car, a 6.5-liter V12 producing about 829 horsepower at an ear-splitting 9,250 rpm, paired with a dual-clutch gearbox optimized for brutal acceleration. The numbers are astonishing: 0 to 62 miles per hour in 2.8 seconds, 0 to 124 miles per hour in just 7.4 seconds, and a top speed of over 211 miles per hour, making it one of Ferrari's fastest road cars. The design of the SP3 is more sculptural and futuristic than the Monza's, with flowing fenders, horizontal slats at the rear, and butterfly doors that reveal its dramatic cockpit. Inside, Ferrari treated the SP3 more like a modern hypercar. The seats are fixed into the chassis, with adjustable pedals and steering, a nod to race car ergonomics. Surfaces are trimmed in premium leather, Alcantara, and exposed carbon fiber, but the emphasis is still on immersion rather than luxury gadgets. Its superior design lies not only in beauty but in function. Ferrari engineered the SP3's curves to generate high downforce without massive wings, relying on sculpted aero and underbody management. Like the Monza's, the SP3 is fuel-thirsty, averaging 6.2 km per liter, 14 to 15 miles per gallon US, but performance and exclusivity matter far more than efficiency. Built at Maranello in just 599 units, each priced around $2.3 million at launch, the Daytona SP3 is already a collector's holy grail, trading for much higher on the secondary market. While the SP1 and SP2 celebrated Ferrari's open-air racing heritage, the SP3 is a tribute to the prototype era of endurance racing, blending the past with Ferrari's most extreme modern engineering.